Once upon a time, there was a carpenter called Geppetto. One day, he found a piece of wood that was enlarged like a child. So, as he really wanted to have a baby, he made a marionette with it and called him Pinocchio. How nice it would be if it was a real baby, Geppetto said. When he finished petting it, I will call you Pinocchio, he said. Put me down, exclaimed the puppet. Are you a good boy? Asked Geppetto. Of course I am. I'm the best boy in the world, says Pinocchio, and ran out of the door. Geppetto loved his son, so he ran after him. When Pinocchio came back home, no one was there, because Geppetto was still out searching for him. He was alone, but suddenly he heard a voice. Pinocchio, look up! There was a skin talking cricket on the wall. Boys should be good to their parents, it said. Good boy, go to school and help people. But you're not a good boy. You're only a wooden marionette. Pinocchio shouted at him, threw a hammer, and killed the poor cricket. When Geppetto came home, Pinocchio cried, Oh, Dad, I'm sorry that I was a bad boy. Please give me something to eat. Geppetto gave him the green pear, all the food he had. The next morning, he sent him to school like a little boy. You must go to school. I want you to work hard and be a good boy. Goodbye, son. Come back soon. Geppetto thought he could to buy an ABC book for Pinocchio, but on his way to school, he disobeyed his father, sold his book, and bought ticket to go and see the show of dancing marionette. When they saw him, the puppet recognized their brother Pinocchio and stopped dancing. Suddenly, the nasty director Fire Eater arrived. He was very angry because nobody was dancing. So he got mad with Harley Quinn and wanted to burn him. Courageously, Pinocchio saved him. So Fire Eater moved, gave him 5 gold pieces for his father Geppetto. Pinocchio walked on to the town. On his way, he met a fox and a cat. Pinocchio said them he was going to buy a new coat for his dad and an ABC book for himself. The fox said, You need to go into business. Listen, there are magic fields outside the town. Plant your golden coin there, and they will grow into trees. Each one will have 1,000 golden coins shining in the sunlight. Pinocchio had dinner with the fox and the cat, but he had to pay for the meal. So he only had 3 coins left. Outside was dark. Pinocchio headed for the magic field. There he saw the talking cricket again. Pinocchio, coin don't go into tree. I haven't got any coins, cried Pinocchio. And when he told this lie, his nose suddenly got longer. Just then 2 robbers grabbed the marionette. He hid the coins in his mouth and kept in charge. As the assassin could not open his mouth, they hanged Pinocchio to the branch of an oak tree. A kind fairy with actual hair came to help Pinocchio and took him to her home. Hello, Pinocchio. I'm your friend, and I saw it all. Those robbers were trying to steal your money. Money? What money? Asked Pinocchio, and his nose grew longer again. They wanted your money, said the kind lady. Where is it now? Under the tree, replied Pinocchio. His faggot was in his hand. So many lies. Again, his nose got longer. It was as long as the bed now. So he showed her his coin, and as one his nose was perfectly alright again. Now, don't tell any more lies. Be good and go find your father, said kindly the fairy. Pinocchio thanked her and hurried back to town. But then he met the fox and the cat again. Where did you go? And where is the money? Said the fox. Pinocchio didn't want to tell a lie, so he showed them the coin. They persuaded him to plant the golden coin in magic field. Pinocchio dug a hole, planted the coin, fetched some water, and waited. But nothing happened. The talking cricket appeared again and said, Pinocchio, they took your money. So he looked in the hole and saw that it was empty. Pinocchio wanted to go to the kite fairy again and speak to her. He started to cry. Suddenly, a large white bird appeared. Come with me, Pinocchio. I will carry you to the sea. Your father is looking for you. He is little bird, it said. So Pinocchio got on the bird back and they flew away. They came to the sea, and the wind was strong. Pinocchio saw Geppetto in a little boat. His father looked up and saw him, and then suddenly he fell into the water. Pinocchio barely jumped into the sea. The waves were big, and Pinocchio went up and down all day. But he couldn't find his father. Somehow later, the water carried Pinocchio to an island. He met an old woman. He helped her to carry a bucket of water, and the old woman transformed herself into the Cry Fairy. Pinocchio started to cry. I want to be a little boy. I don't want to be a wooden puppet. If you go to school and work hard, you will become a little boy, said the fairy. So the next day, Pinocchio went to school. He worked hard. He listened to the teacher. He didn't talk in class. And he made friends with a boy called Candlewick. The kind lady was pleased with him. Tomorrow evening I'll be your boy, she said. The next day Candlewick invited Pinocchio to Racy Land, a fun place where nobody works. There are no teachers. One can play and eat sweet all day. They went there with a very strange wagon. It was pulled by 24 great donkeys, who had shoes on their feet. Graceland was a noisy place. There were children everywhere playing, shouting, and eating sweets. Pinocchio had a lot of fun, but one day he had a surprise. When he woke up, he had an ear like a donkey. In a little while, he changed into a real donkey. The wagon driver took him to a donkey market and sold him. A man bought Pinocchio to make a drum with his skin, so he threw him into the sea. Then a hatch way opened in mouth and suddenly Pinocchio found himself inside, where he saw his father. When the whale opened its mouth, they swam out together. A dolphin carried them back to land. Now Geppetto was too old and tried to walk, so Pinocchio took him home. Pinocchio went back to school. He worked hard every day. He went to school and listened to his teacher, and at night he helped Geppetto working. The kind fairy was getting old too, so Pinocchio took food to her and helped her to carry a bucket of water. Some time later, Pinocchio had a dream. The kind fairy spoke to him. Pinocchio, she said, you are brave, and now you are also kind. You work hard, and you are good. Because of this, you are changing. Your heart is now a real heart. One day, you will be a real man. Pinocchio, you are not a marionette anymore. You are a real boy. And when Pinocchio woke up, he saw that it was not a dream.